Alright, hello guys, welcome to Core Tactical's AAR number 3 for the October 12th, 2013 session. With us today we have, well, first of all, I'm Connor Warman. With us today we have Fallen, Vic, and Captain.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Yep.
So, we're just going to be talking about the new mod that we're using called Boonsphere or Bundeswehr. Sure, Vec can correct me.
Bundeswehr.
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 Yeah.
Swear.
And we're gonna be talking about some missions we do with that, and some of the other missions people made besides me that were played last night, like Bender's glorious Fallujah mission. That was beautiful. What was I gonna say? All right, so let's get started. So Bundeswehr. We did 3 missions with last night. One co-op on Takistan called The Night to Remember. That was one with the search and rescue bird and the convoy and whatnot. What do you guys think of that mission? You like it? No?
I love it.
I was flying most of the time. I wasn't on the ground, so I didn't have a good perspective.
I enjoyed the
know,
mission.
I just saw a lot more combat than most people.
Were you in Omega?
I was KSK Omega.
Yeah, you guys had it. You guys had
We-
the easy job.
Not really.
Well, I mean,
Hey,
compared to
Alpha
what we were
1 lost like their entire fire team at the start when they drove through an entire squad of enemy infantry.
Well, good point. I mean, you can't protect yourselves in the MTBRs, so
it was great. Like, well, I was squad leading. I started off. I was like, all right, we're just gonna slowly like move up, and we got to the tip of the hill, and I realized it was a horrible idea because like 3 guys were down the road pointing RPGs at us. I was like, okay, screw it, just mount up and we're moving, and we drove like right past them. They didn't even shoot the RPGs at us, so we probably could have stayed there. But
Yeah, but when I went down to pick up James, 2 RPGs hit me, but I shook them off just fine.
and I was in like the third vehicle, and then Alpha One's munitions truck and Alpha One's troop transport truck was in front of me. And the troop transport driver, I think it was Jack, he got capped and he went unconscious, and he drove off the road right into an entire like enemy fire team, and they
Yeah.
just started lighting them up. And then we just kept going because I mean, if we stayed there, the whole squad would have died for sure. And I think Alpha Squad and Alpha 2 got in that like second town, and then we started getting surrounded in there. Fawn, were you leading Alpha 2, right?
Yeah, I was leading Alpha 2. I just remember driving down the road and then I saw this fucking truck slam into a tree and I'm like, oh my god. And then
Yeah.
we all bailed out and it just turned into a total shit show. And then, yeah.
It was pretty crazy. That was it was it. I don't know what was going on with my mic, like cutting out and stuff. That was weird. Just
Yeah, it was bad news, man. Made it very hard to understand somebody,
feel like it
especially
would've-
when they're trying to squad lead.
it would have been a lot. Like mission might have gone a lot better if I was able to like talk to you guys. Cause like half the stuff I was saying, Manfly was like telling me wasn't even going through like the radio.
No, you would say like something. I mean, you would like say the first word and a half of whatever you were trying to say, and then it would cut out.
Yeah.
Oh, well, whatever. But yeah, that mission. I mean, we still completed the mission successfully, but outside the casualties, both trucks got to the checkpoint. I don't even think Omega lost a man.
no, we lost no one.
Lucky.
We ran across at least 8-9 squads. So
Yeah, after I died, because that's what kind of me and we Squad Lean Alpha 2. Once we were in the second town, we started making a push to secure an LZ for Hornet so he could drop Alpha 1 back off at us. And frickin' I got capped in the face by a GP. It was bad. I even just explosion and I died. But yeah,
That's that mission.
that's that mission. So let's talk about the TVTs now. We did TVT on Schwimlitz, another one of our new maps, which is, funnily enough, based off German farmland, called Two Fort. Germans start in one town, Russians start in the other, and basically just had to fight each other for each town. What do you guys think of it?
I actually didn't like it that much.
Yeah, I was kind of
Captain,
feeling.
didn't you? You're the one who went all the way around, right?
Yeah, I
And
crawled in the field
apparently no
because
one was talking on the radio, so you didn't even know the enemy team left. That's also an issue, that no one talked on the radios at all.
I noticed the grass rendered at an unlimited distance, so I used that to my advantage, and I decided to crawl across the field all the way. And I was under the impression that the enemy was still over there. and I was proven wrong.
Yeah.
Well, basically what happened was and it kind of proved it was a bit of a test on my part because I gave everyone scopes, like every single person in the game had a scope, and I just wanted to see because a lot of times I just give iron sights because I feel like when you give like people like the ability to sit back and just like kind of pick off people from a distance, they'll do it, and it happened. So basically, we were sitting there shooting each other across the field. I was like, you know what? Screw it. Let's just AR, key mark, you suppress. We're all gonna cross. And as soon as we started crossing, key mark fired off like a burst, and he got sniped. He got not sniped, but he got capped. Like as soon as he started suppressing, I was like over the rail, like key mark,
Yeah,
shoot,
you're screaming at
key
Key
mark,
Mark, and
key
he's
mark.
dead. Yeah, I got frustrated because I died 5 minutes in, didn't even see what killed me, just fell over dead, and I was like, well, that's
Weren't me and you in the little forested area to the?
that was Fallen and
Oh, it was
James, I
Fallen.
thought.
Yeah,
It
I
was me.
enjoyed
I
the
was there.
mission.
I was
I
there too.
was just gonna say, I feel like the one major issue was that everyone had scoped weapons, or at least on Op 4, everyone had scoped weapons. So like, instead of people having to assault each other, they were able to just like sit all the way back in their town and shoot into the other town.
Those scopes were terrible. I couldn't use it. It was just
I-
it was
I
terrible.
couldn't use it either.
Oh well, I could, but never mind.
Yeah. I don't think I'll be, but for sure, I think I'm just gonna stick to like the iron sights or Cobra from now on, or like little red dot,
Dude,
or
that would have
pip
been
sights.
fine.
I think the big problem with that mission is just you really can't advance unless you take a very long route along the side because there's just a big open field, and unless you did what I did, and I mean that'd take a while just to crawl all the way across the field.
That is one thing I do like about Schwimlets is how they made like their own grass that renders like indefinitely, and that's you can definitely I mean for co-ops it'll kind of screw you over, but for TVTs that's really cool. I like that. I think that'd be man that's one thing I was hoping they were gonna do in Arma 3 with the new engine was make like grass render at really far distances, but the textures at far distances just got worse. So whatever. What can you do? But alright, then there was Bender's TVT with on sale, which I loved. I even
I love
uploaded a
that.
video of that. I don't know if you guys saw that. I uploaded two videos from last night. I uploaded a video called Hostage Bonanza, which was from that German TVT where we were holding the hostages. I was squad leading, and I uploaded a video of Tractor Warfare, and they're both on the website and whatnot. But that mission was fun in my. I think Cam, you lost connection like right away.
Yeah, pretty much. I started shooting at the helicopter and my connection just, or not really my connection, my armor just froze up and I had to alt tab and close it.
And Fallen like got domed, right? That was hilarious to me. Like Fallen's like, "All right, guys, watch your sectors. Don't get bottled up. I'm sure they're coming from some direction." He says, "I'm gonna go look over the west." Looks over the west, gets domed. I'm like, "Okay."
I had a complaint is that you guys had a Vodnik, and we had absolutely no way of taking the Vodnik out.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the issue, because apparently Phoenix said, not Phoenix, was it Phoenix? Yeah, Phoenix said that there should have been AT, but we didn't have any AT, so how could we take out the Vodnik?
Where? But yeah. Germans won that one, which was interesting. DH Warrior, the recruit, new guy, killed the
Sniping from the
last two
trees.
Russians. Frickin', she could took my gun. So I turn the corner, I see some guy crossing the field. This was like near the end, mind you. I like light him up. I guess I killed him. Although from like my point of view, even in the video, if you go watch, I missed like every single shot. And then I get knocked out by I think Warrior, and Yusula comes takes my gun.
That was hilarious.
And then Warrior, the hostages make a run for it, and Sheikah and Manfly like see him, and they're like, "Oh, hey, they're what are they?" If I was Sheikah, I would have domed the Yusili and just made the girl come back and with me inside. But
Yeah, I would have killed him.
Yeah, I was surprised they gave him a chance. That really was something.
but
I was pretty upset I didn't get to execute the hostages.
yeah,
I was upset my internet just disconnected before I could see any action.
yeah. I still enjoyed the mission. I really like Boone's Fair. I really do. I love them.
Yeah, make a
think they're
mission on it right now.
I think that they're probably the best unit pack we've got. New unit pack that is.
Should have got it earlier.
I haven't actually gotten a chance to play as any of the new units because
What?
I'm always either on Op4, and then there was a time I played as KSK.
Yeah, which are just from Ace.
Yeah.
Well, The helicopter, the search and rescue helicopter, looks awesome for them.
Yeah, the normal helicopter kind of looks better though.
But all right. So now I guess let's talk about Bender's Fallujah mission and start wrapping things up. So Bender's Fallujah mission, I'm gonna say it outright right now. That was like probably the best like mission that we've ever played from like a player's skill wise and tactically, and overall it was just like my favorite mission I've ever played outside of my missions. It was great. Every single it was action packed. There was pretty much action from the point we got in town to the point like to the last objective, and we always had something to do and somewhere to go. It was great. And not to mention, everyone was on point. Everyone did their job like effectively and fluently, and they didn't really question any command. They just did it, and it worked. It was good.
Yeah, EOD decided to run in there and see if we can detonate that. Ugh. Ugh.
You know I was the first one down, right?
It was
You
bad.
died in that one too first?
I was
He
the
was
first person
yelling.
to die.
We went
period.
around the
Just, like,
corner.
laying on the ground,
it
bleeding
killed
out,
3
screaming.
people. It killed 3 people at least. But then Connor, I think actually you killed 2 people.
I
think you
killed one person.
You
I
killed Bender and James.
I killed James. I only. So alright, so I'll tell you my retardation. So I'm sitting there. I'm over to like the west with my little 3-man alpha squad lead element, and we're sitting there. And I'm like, hey guys, they're going in. I'm gonna try to draw their attention. They're like, all right. I'm like, I see the guy run in. I'm like, oh, here's my chance. I shoot an HEDP him there, and as soon as I fired, I'm like, I've made a horrible mistake.
Yeah.
Apparently it killed him, but it still blew up. So whatever, got the job done, I guess.
Well, I was alive until the about 10-15 seconds after the BDRM blew up. I was alive, just unconscious.
So we left you.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, and dude, that my favorite part of that mission. I think there's even some screenshots of it in the album on the website. Is
All
where
s-
it's where we like stopped and we all stopped, and it was when the chopper was flying over. We were coming up to the last objective, and there was 250 cows and like the entire squad all firing once down the road at those cargo trucks and the chopper. That was one of
Yeah,
the
that was
coolest things
awesome.
I've ever seen with all the tracers and whatnot. It was awesome. I loved that mission. I can't wait to play it again sometime.
It was okay.
One other mission. What do you guys think of Out of the Frying Pan? That's the one where you were Spetsnaz and
I
there
actually
was.
enjoyed that one quite a bit.
What were you doing that one, Captain?
I was a medic. I was just helping everybody. I was going
Yeah,
around. I
Cap.
was, yeah.
Just sticking around. Is there any medical aid? Nope, we're good. We just kept on running most of the time.
Every time we stopped, I just go over radio and ask if anyone needed medical
Which
assistance.
mission was that?
That was the one where you were flying CAS. That's where it's SU-25s and whatnot, all the CAS.
Yeah, I like that.
Now the best part was when we were crossing fields to other sides of the forest when they tried to strafe on us.
Oh yeah, the Huey unloaded in at least an entire fire team, and I saw people healing themselves up, and the freaking minigun was still firing at them.
Yeah, I saw that because I saw that. I was the first one to see that. It was like right off the bat of the mission. I saw like a squad coming down the hill. I was like, Jack, tell them their commands right. There's a squad like right there. And we kept running at it. And you started losing connection. I was like, uh-oh. I was like, Kaz, right now, priority target, and 2 SU-25s just came in and rained hell down. And then the Huey came in, and I was like, oh, Huey priority target, and it got knocked. The Kaz did a really good job that mission. Just like I would say something in less than 30 seconds, we get a Kaz strike on. It was good.
They
Yeah.
did an alright job, in my opinion. I mean, I can't say they
Besides
did
the
the
fact
best.
that they killed you. Well,
Yes.
that was my fault. That wasn't their fault. Because
That was forward air control's fault.
I looked because Jack told me all elements are outside of the town by dusk. I said, all right. And then as we were crossing the bridge, apparently started screaming or something. But I was already like, level the town. I checked the map too, and the Alpha 1-2 and Squad Lead Mark were all like on the bridge. I was like, okay, just level the town. I think there's still some EI in there. And you can look at the screenshots and see where the rockets hit like right on. You can see it right before the rocket hits you, and then right when it hits you.
Yeah, you can see me healing Manfly over there, and like Beck is looking back at the town, and I know because I remember that's about the time I started screaming over radio, Kaz stop, Kaz stop.
Yeah, I started running back because I saw you guys fall down. I was like, no.
I just liked having like having to see like all the air assets be utilized at the same time or whatever, and try to organize all that. And like that's the stuff I like to see in Arma, is like the combined operations type deal. Which unfortunately, we don't get to see as much because of our player count currently. But I would like to see more of that in the future.
I'm gonna start making more of my missions, my larger missions. I'm gonna start making them more combined arms because those usually are the funnest.
I mean, that's where
Yeah.
the game really shines.
We
Like
got
that's
quite a
really
few
the.
people on that mission though.
Yeah, I felt really bad because I made that mission and like I did it there because I used DAC for that mission because of the amount of enemies I had to place, and I didn't place like any enemies in that specific forest that we went through, and they were literally like everywhere else. Like if we had gone like maybe 1,000 meters to the left or 1,000 meters to the right, we would have like seen so much act. We probably all would have died, mind you, but I think I'll maybe make some changes to that mission to add more enemies in with. But yeah, uh, it was okay. My favorite part of that mission was where I called in there. Us, me and Jack, we saw this like stray squad just patrolling along this tree line, and I was like, oh yeah. And then we called in Kaz, and Fallen just comes out of nowhere, drops four KH-29s right into the pack of the squads, and their bodies were just flying everywhere. It was hilarious.
I didn't see any action at all. Only when
I
we
saw a
got to
bit
the
of action.
town was when things got pretty insane because there was an entire squad around the corner.
Oh yeah, I accidentally friendly fired Manfly when I came around. So I was shooting the blue
Yeah,
one
I
there.
was telling everyone, watch your fires. We got infantry mixed up with ours, but then obviously that didn't work out.
It could
Yeah,
have gotten a lot worse.
I think me and Vec were in the orange house for a little while, and
We
I don't know
were,
what
and
happened.
we went along the other side. There was an entire squad standing outside the house. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I guess that kind of wraps it up. We didn't really do anything big after that. So besides the slaughter that was chosen reservoir.
Yeah, James Gooma stopped me. I couldn't do anything the entire mission.
We basically just got slaughtered. That yeah.
Oh, I wish
We
I
got
could
like
stick around for the whole thing.
Did you watch the first bomb strike? Was that any good?
I was unconscious at the time, I
No,
think.
fucking no one saw it.
Like I just I we ran after like I woke we were up on top of HMG2 and we got overrun in like 5 seconds. Like from all directions they just started coming. And like right off the bat like 2 3 people died. Like I was in Alpha 1 and like Alpha 1 got cut down like 2 people in like 5 seconds. And then I think Fallen went to like PTSD mode and started screaming, "What do we do, Connor? Oh god!" And I was just like, "Drop everything!" And I ran back to the mortar. And Matt picked up a DH Warrior and started carrying back. And I went back to the mortar. I was like, "Just Archangels, bomb everything past this fob." He just started lobbing mortars. And I think Fallen called in Kaz, and shortly after that, I passed out and I got fixed back up. And then I got back to the mortar emplacement. That's where me, Fallen, and Archangel were. And Archangel got domed on the mortar and fallen too. And I just sat there and started picking off guys and made a run the Mad DH Warrior and made my last stand there with Matt. It was pretty intense. They were everywhere. But yeah, that's basically how that mission went. Yeah, last night's session though, honestly, like I had the most fun in I had more fun in that session than I think like any other session.
It was pretty
Like
good.
It was
it
a good
was
session.
it was probably the best session we've had in recent like I mean yeah man and if we could have like we could have had a better turnout too like honestly most of the absences from last night were just like people's like internet connection or they just like had like social obligations like E-Warrior was up north, he would have been here. Suez had to go to like some club thing, he would have been here with D-Cut. D-Cut had to go that too. Wally would have been here, but his Airnet Bullet was going to visit family, And Devious had sports. Like, if all those people made it, dude, it would. I mean, they could have too. It's just little things. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, it would have been.
Great.
But life and whatnot ruins everything.
Yeah, fuck life.
So, if there's anything else anyone wants to bring up, say it now.
No
I
TKing.
the fact that I didn't have a silenced weapon when we were in the first mission we did, that just made it really hard for us to do anything.
Well, yeah, I thought about that, and I always like to go fire team at least one like heavy weapons AR guy, but the problem, obviously, unfortunately, there's no silenced AR, so just kind of with that, you just have to like fire team leader has to keep his ROE, only use that like in certain situations. But I think in the future, when I do like special forces like things, they just won't be an AR. They'll be like a extra AT or assistant rifleman or something. I don't know.
Well, later on in the mission, I actually became kind of useful because I think we were clearing out some complexes of houses, and we come around the corner, and there's about 4 or 5 guys just around the corner, and I forgot who it was was like right up there, but he runs backwards, and I just dive prone, and I just mow down the whole entire squad in front of us.
No, I think I saw that too because Phoenix was just like they're everywhere, and then everyone started shooting. It's crazy.
That's what Phoenix sounds like.
Yeah, actually, that was pretty good. All right, guys, but I think we're gonna wrap it up. So this was Core Tacticals AAR number 3. Once again, October 12th, 2013. If you want to join Core Tactical, look into it. There's information in the description. I'll probably put something up on the screen as well. We like to think we're pretty cool, but
No,
might
we're the
not
coolest
be.
kids. Don't worry.
So yeah, my foot's falling asleep. So just gonna call it here, guys. Thanks for coming, and James, one love, ending it.